So I'll just get right into it. Garrisons. What the hell are those? Alright, so what is a garrison? Garrison is the ability for you to build your own base on Draenor. So, that's right. This is the World of Warcraft version of housing. This isn't a cottage in a faraway instance corner that doesn't actually exist in the world. This is your ability to actually build a base, almost as you do in the RTS games, in the actual world that you will be able to see as you fly through the zones. You'll be able to see it as you go by it. You'll be able to invite your friends to come and see it if they want to. We'll even give you reasons to trade resources, stuff like that. But this is a full-on base. You're going to collect followers. You're going to send them on missions to do your dirty work. And you'll be able to customize your base. So you're going to be able to decide where do you want to put your armory, where do you want to put your barracks. Do I want to have a mage tower? Do I want to have an infirmary? Do I want to build stables? Or what profession buildings am I going to build? So you're going to have a lot of different plots, and you're going to be able to pick and choose. You're even going to be able to pick which zone you want your base to be in. So a bunch of the different zones out there. A lot of the zones throughout Draenor support the ability to build a garrison. So if you decide that you want your garrison to be in the hard zone of Gorgron, that's what you can decide. If you want it to be in the idyllic Shadowmoon Valley, then that's what you can decide. You get to pick. And finally, you'll even get offline progression. So while you send your followers off on missions, let's say you assemble a group of 10 followers and send them off on a raid, well, that might take a week. And you might come back a week later and see what they got for you. Or you might send some guys off on a dungeon and see what they got for you the next day. Or you might send some guys off on some quests and see what they got for you in a couple of hours. And again, this is integrated directly into the world. This isn't, we use our seamless instancing technology so that, while it is customized to what you have built, you see it from anywhere in the world and you seamlessly enter it and exit it. There's never any loading screen, nothing like that. It's just out there in the world. And so what do you get for it? Why would I want a garrison? Why would I want to have followers? Well, for one thing, you can get up here for your character. That's kind of your core progression in World of Warcraft is making your character better, and these guys can contribute to it. In addition, you get a piece of land to call your own. Think of this as like the farm times 1,000. You get unique benefits from the buildings in terms of what they do for your followers and the missions that they run. You get limited access to professions you don't even have. So, for example, maybe you only have skinning and engineering on your character. You have that wacky combo. But let's say you wanted blacksmithing and something else. You wanted blacksmithing and access to something in mining. You can do that. In fact, your base, you can even build a mine in your base. And that'll give you access to special mining nodes. You'll get some extra mining nodes and you can go in there and mine every now and then. You can even assign an NPC that has a follower that has the mining skill to that mine, and they can do some of your dirty work for you. So Corey's going to talk a little bit more about exactly how the garrisons work.
So your garrison grows. When you start, it's going to be really small, and you're going to be able to expand it over a number of tiers. And every time you expand it, you're going to get more plots where you can build buildings Tom was talking about earlier. So you can get more bonuses as you grow this stuff. You get to pick which buildings you want. So like we said, you can build an armory over here, put a stable over there. Each of these buildings, though, offers bonuses that are completely different. So there's going to be some choice about what you want to do with that building and which one you think is most important to you. You get to choose the location. This is a key thing that we thought was really huge with the garrison, because Greg could choose to have his garrison maybe in Frostfire. I could maybe have mine in Spires of Iraq. So it's really neat that we don't have to all share the exact same space for our garrison, and you'll be able to move it. So maybe at a later point you had this garrison in this zone for a few months, you can up and decide to move it to a different place just because you think that's cooler. Your garrison is the point of interaction, though, with all of these followers that you'll be collecting. So you'll be going to the garrison to manage your followers, send them on missions, to do that stuff. So it's really an active place. We're going to really set it up so it feels like if you found a follower, you're going to see that follower walking around in the garrison walking around in there. We really want it to feel like it's your place. Going along with that is the concept of monuments and trophies. What this is a way to show off. If you've got this big piece of land here in Draenor, we should let you do some stuff with it. So we're thinking the idea behind this would be monuments could be tied to achievements. So let's say you got the achievement for exploring the entire world. You went into every single zone there is. We can give you a monument per se that's like maybe like a big globe or something that looks really cool in your garrison that you can show off to other players. Same concept with trophies. Maybe you kill a rare mob out in Draenor somewhere. You kill a chimera or something and you get to bring back its head and mount it in the town hall in your garrison. So let's talk a little bit more about the buildings. The buildings, as we mentioned earlier, there's lots of different buildings to pick from. So here's a look at how the buildings upgrade. This is a huge undertaking. There's a massive amount of art that goes along with all the gameplay that's built into this system. Each building has unique art like this that upgrades over time with it, both the interiors and the exteriors. Speaking of interiors, that's a look at the barracks from the outside, and this is the inside, so you can just kind of get a feel for the level of detail we have in this stuff. Now this is a look at a work in progress UI of how we would see people interacting with the garrison. So on the left there, you can see your buildings. So you can pick a building and just drag it over to a slot. The plots themselves come in 3 sizes, so you can just match up the building with that size. Pay the currency cost that it'll be to build it, and off you go. Anyone that's seen the pet stuff, it's pretty similar. This is a video showing the garrison upgrade.